Good afternoon, everybody. So, we're on the normal trail, going the reverse way, because I had to go pick up prescriptions today for the doctor's appointment thing that I set up. Let's start by saying today is Friday, the 19th. And we'll follow that up by saying that there's nothing drastically wrong with me, according to the doctor. So, but I did have... Let me put it to you this way, alright? I had my doctor's appointment, and I explained the few issues that I was having. And I was basically told what I thought I'd be told. You know, suck it up and, take it easy for a couple of weeks and see if it heals up, And when I explained that it's been an ongoing problem for a while, she took another look at it and threw a couple prescriptions my way and said to come back if there's anything worse, or in a couple of months to have a follow-up, because she was doing more research on the condition that I do have. So a little weird, but I haven't had lab work done, blood work, in over 5 years. So she expedited that order, and I got blood work done, and that had to be shipped off to a lab, and I'll get results back eventually. But long story short, unless something comes back in the blood work, it's basically, I don't know how the best way of putting it. It's basically a skin infection that can be, it's a skin infection that can be viral, bacterial, or fungal. And there's 3 different treatments, and it's kind of a process of elimination. Now, I already kind of checked, well, we both talked about it, and we checked off the viral, because if it was viral, it'd be a lot worse and a lot harder to treat, because that's just how viruses work, in a sense. So, like, with how we discussed it, viral would be harder to treat, and it would have progressively got worse over the amount of time, instead of, just, getting better or flatlining, like, it would have got worse. Fungal or bacterial, with keeping it clean, it might not have healed, but it might not have it might not have healed, but keeping it clean with, soap and whatnot could have staved off the infection. So, we pretty much figured out that it was bacterial or fungal. I'm betting bacterial. She seems to think that it is linked to how I shave. Because I told her I use a electric beard trimmer for most of it. Now, I did shave with a razor before the appointment because I wanted to make sure everything was easily seen. So, I did clean shave, like, not my beard, obviously, but like my head and neck and whatnot. So everything could be seen without a shadow of a doubt. And she seems to think that it's a bacterial infection from the electric razor. And she doesn't want me to use it anymore. That's great, but I don't want to completely shave my face, and I don't want to have a mountain man beard. So I'm gonna have to meet in the middle a little bit there, and I think I'll clean the razor attachments with rubbing alcohol in between uses, and that should desiccate any fungal spores or bacterial cells and won't spread an infection further. And as long as I don't use as long as I use it with a guard and I'm not shaving super close to my skin, I imagine that I'll be okay. So that's the goal. Like I said, not a doctor, and I went to a doctor because you know, they should know more than me, but I'm pretty sure if I only use the razor with the guard, and I clean the guard thoroughly between shavings with alcohol, rubbing alcohol, I'm pretty sure it'll be alright. I don't want to just stop shaving, and I don't want to use disposable razors to like shave completely, because I'm getting fat, and I'm getting bald, and fat bald guys usually look okay rocking a beard. So whenever I'm 300 pounds and have the monk haircut, I'll have, you know, the like U-shaped thing, the horseshoe thing. When I'm 300 pounds and have the horseshoe thing, you know, I'll have a nice beard to pull it all together. Yeah, so yeah, that's that. I had a few other problems I ran by her, but it was pretty much what I expected. Like, my elbow hurts. Why does it hurt? I've damaged it at some point, and it just won't heal. Why won't it heal? Because I don't rest for, like, you know, weeks on end. Like, I don't work hard every single day, but I can almost guarantee somewhere within a 7-day span, I'm lifting something over 40 pounds. So I'm not actually giving it, like, full time to repair itself. And that was both of our conclusions on that. So I gotta either live with it or try to, like, take it easy for a little while. And the thing with taking it easy for a little while is, it's not that I can't. It's that a lot of times I just don't even remember. Something needs to be done, like cutting the grass or, you know, carrying groceries, and I just do it. And then afterwards I'm like, oh man, I probably should have waited. Or I probably should have used my left arm. You know? So yeah. But overall, got a new prescription. Got some new hygiene plans, and we're gonna see if that clears up the issue that I thought might have been worse than what it actually is. Overall, anybody that cares, anybody that's wondering, unless my blood work comes back with something, I'm not dying. So, yay or boo, depending on your perspective. Or I guess what comes after death. So, yeah. Furthermore, like, I'm almost out of cash. So that's one of the reasons why I came this way, because I was like, if I'm already going to be paying for a bus ride, I might as well get a hike out of it. So I kind of wanted my next hike to be somewhere new, because to be completely honest, it's getting a bit stale. But, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I can't complain with this trail. Like, it's not super public and super, like, old people-ish. It's not, like, super hard either. So it's a happy medium that I could get a bus to go pretty close to. So I ain't, like, you know, wearing myself out walking to the trail, so then I'm not actually enjoying the trail once I get there, because I already walked 2 miles to get there. Not that that's too big of a deal, but, you know, just trying to show you where my headspace is at. Another thing, the previous video, the immortality theory, I'm not sure why all of a sudden my editor decided not to render that part of the video. But, like, these are more podcasty kind of things, more of a voice log than actual video, an audio log. And the video is more of just if I see something cool, or the nice background, or if you want to see my pretty face. You know, it's just something to, so it's not just me rambling. So, I probably will fix it, if I remember to fix it. I didn't delete the original files, so I can fix it. It's just, I don't know when I'm going to do it. I do things systematically. I don't like to go back. Like, like, something like that is, I could fix it, but the purpose is out there already. So, fixing it isn't high on the to-do list. got new swishy basketball shorts. These are brand new. And I got 2 pairs of gray and 1 pair of black. And I wore the black ones today, and I didn't think about it when I was hiking through the woods, and I already snagged them on a bunch of briars. So that's freaking awesome. Brand new shorts. Now, they're the cheapo, crappy Dollar General ones, but they're still brand new shorts, and they were, you know, stainless. Like my other shorts either have, you know, big threads ripped out of them from hiking and catching briars, or paint stains for when I was building stuff. Stains of grease for when I was ripping things apart. So, or the one pair of shorts that just vanished has like tree sap on the butt, and it looks like I pooped myself. So I don't really wear those unless I'm cutting the grass with them, because I didn't really want to throw them away, because they're perfectly fine. They're just, you know, if I wear them in public, people can get the wrong idea, and you know, I already have enough disgusting rumors about me. I don't need any more. So yeah, they vanished. I'm not heartbroken about it. I got 3 new pair. It's a decent trade-off, and it'll be winter time soon, so I won't even be rocking it for too much longer. Now, I guess there's a little while left, but you know, it is what it is. I do have a couple pairs of sweatpants that were my grandfather's, and my grandfather was, I don't want to call him fat, because he really kind of wasn't, but he had a hernia, so he had to compensate and keep his clothes a little bit on the looser side. So, whatever was laying around the house that wasn't, like, stained up or really super ridiculously old, I kept. But the thing is, they're, you know, probably 2 sizes too big in the waist, and like 2 inches too short in the legs, so I don't really wear them for much. So I was thinking about the 1 pair that I was using to block up my heat ducts, because good old grandma complains about the heat, complains about the price of oil, but the house has to be 90 freaking degrees, and I can't live like that. So I close my door and block up the heat ducts. I got the 1 pair of sweatpants I used to do that. I took those away because I had to cut out. I had a bed quilt, like a big heavy blanket, and it was one of those ones that are like thin fabric, and then has like stuffing, like a mat inside of it, and the mat bunched up when it got washed once. So it was like, it kind of reminded me of like a sleeping bag with a pillow on the top, because all the padding was pushed up to one side. So a couple nights ago, I cut the padding out of it, and I just use it as like a bed sheet, so it's not like super crazy warm, and I still have my other one that's, you know, thick and fluffy. And I took the padding out of it because it was a full-size bed quilt, and I folded it up, and I stuffed that over the heat duct, so it's going to be better than a pair of sweatpants for when winter hits. So, you know, getting ready. Hey, I like a nice chill 60, 70 degrees, you know, not bloody 90 degrees, and, you know, feels like you're trying to sleep in a freaking dehydrator. I transplanted the lilac bush last year, and I'm like 90% sure somebody's letting their dog pee on it, like in the morning time before I'm awake, or late at night, like when I'm not outside, because it's dying, and it's dying like in a pattern, such as somebody was pouring something on it in one spot over and over again, as if a dog was peeing on it. So I talked to the other neighbor and got some more chicken wire that he had, and put like a half fence around it. I could have surrounded the whole thing, but I was lacking in posts, and I didn't want to make more work for grass cutting, so I put like a half circle around the back of it, to hopefully, keep the dog from peeing on it, because I think, like, it irritates me, because at this point, the plant is so damaged that the person has to know what's happening. Like, it's so damaged that they have to know that their dog repeatedly peeing on it is killing it. And there's telephone poles on both sides of the street. So I mean, it's irritating because it's disrespectful. I really don't care, for the simple fact of, I can't eat lilac. Lilac isn't a food plant. Hang on, bug in my nose. Oh, that's freaking annoying. But it's not like a food plant. And it's one more thing that I have to trim. So, they're pretty, they smell good, but I can't eat it, and they attract bees. And it's a little bit more work. So if it died, I wouldn't be too heartbroken. But at the same time, I'm kind of a bit of a gardener at heart. Like, I have a slight joy of gardening. So, like, having it die makes me feel like I'm failing, and I don't like to fail. You think I'd be used to it? You think I'd be used to it by now? But no, I'm still not a big fan of failing, if I can help it. So, I'm trying to rectify that. It's not dead, it's growing new shoots, so it will probably pick back up. It's just, I just don't understand why somebody would continually, like, they gotta know it's them causing it. So, I don't know why they would continually do it other than be disrespectful, but that's not a big shocker in the place I live. So, yeah. Anyways. The weed whacker that got lit on fire and the mini fridge that I took, I ended up giving to the neighbor. The weed whacker needed a special drill bit, and it was only going to be a small copper motor, and I don't have the drill bit. I might have had the bit in a screwdriver, like one of those there screwdrivers that take bits. I might have had one of those bits lying around somewhere. But to find it for 1/8 of a pound of copper, it didn't add up, work. The amount of work to the amount of money, it just didn't add up. Yeah, it would have gave me something to do, but it would have just been disappointed at the end. Especially because me and the neighbor both came to the conclusion that the good part of the motor was probably aluminum anyway. So, And the fridge, I cut the cord off of it. Yeah, it worked. I wasn't going to find anybody that could use it, and I can't use it. So I cut the cord off of it and gave it to the neighbor to scrap, because his dad owns a junkyard, and they can deal with a compressor. It's bad for the environment to just cut it open, and it's illegal. So, don't want to give people a reason. Granted that the mini fridge probably had about 3 or 4 pounds of copper, which would have been kind of nice. The risk of getting, like, sick, which is unlikely, it's just Freon, it's unlikely to get sick. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and freaking huff it. But, the risk of somebody, deciding that they want to cause me trouble is too high. Like, yeah, one of my problems is, there's a few things that I stop myself from doing because I don't want the hassle, because I think I don't want to give them a reason. And it's kind of like a bad way of thinking, because I should just do it. Because if they decide that they need a reason, it wouldn't be the first time I got blamed for something I didn't do. I mean, I kind of lost all faith in humanity, and I lost all faith in the justice system after the sorry excuse of what they did to my life. So, I should just do what I want, but I don't know. I have a hard time purposely being a expletive here. Insert expletive here. So, Like, I'm not one of those people that I actively avoid being a jerk if I can. Am I a jerk? Sometimes, but I do actively avoid it. So there's that. So anyways, so that's what happened with that stuff. She was like, what happened to the mini fridge? I had it listed on Facebook. I'm like, it was a used mini fridge. You know, by the time it sold, it would have been 2 years from now. I didn't want much for it, but I mean, the amount of space was taken up, and the temptation of just like cracking that thing open, it wasn't worth having around. So I made the call to just get rid of it. I don't know what all she has on some sort of Facebook marketplace or whatever. Like, I'm hoping she had like the mini skateboard, the tambourine, and the paper shredder on there, because those items might actually sell. The mini skateboard's brand new. The tambourine's brand new. It's a banjo body. You found somebody that's into that kind of thing. It's worth a good amount of money. A freaking used, possibly partially broken mini fridge. Not a big selling point. So, but I don't know. Like I said, I avoid too much unnecessary conversation. I hate the drama and manipulation. It's just annoying. So I just avoid it. My doctor was kind of fun to talk to. I mean, for a complete stranger, but that's kind of like half the point, you know? I feel moderately more comfortable being honest and straightforward with a complete stranger than somebody I know, because unless I say, like, you know, I'm gonna go slaughter a school bus full of children or something, you know, she's probably not gonna judge me. So compared to, like, if I talked to my neighbor and told them I was gonna, like, you know, go poop in the grocery store's produce section, they'd probably judge me. So you get what I'm saying? So that was kind of nice, actually, having somebody to kind of chit chat with. Again, with the things we discussed, there's real no definitive conclusion, you know, besides what I already knew. You know, life sucks, and, you know, nothing you can do about it, and, you know, the major problem you have, you kind of have to figure out on your own, because it's not really a puzzle somebody can solve for you. Like, you know, just how it is. And I could talk to a million people, a million therapists, and there's not really anything they can say to me that's going to change anything. The way I think is the way I think. The fact of the matter is, I know this is probably beating a dead horse again, but, you know, the fact of the matter is, I can't force someone to give me a job. I can't force people to be my friend. I can't force a relationship to happen. So, you know, it is what it is, you know. She was like, you could try. I was like, try to force it? You know, she was like, you could try, and I'm like, I have tried. Like, I've had many jobs. I've had a few driving-esque opportunities. I had a few good relationships. I have tried. I have tried very hard, in very many ways. And, it didn't get me very far, or very much. So, that's just how life is. So, we got back to the more pressing matters of physical ailments rather than mental ailments. So, she's like, do you want me to prescribe you an antidepressant? I was like, no, ma'am. Those are not the kind of drugs I need. It's like, it's weird, you know. I don't need to take a pill that's gonna. I don't need a happy pill. I need society to change. I need life to change. I need a chance or an opportunity or a new lease on life. I don't need a freaking drug. She was rather attractive. At first glance, I thought she was younger than me, but after I got a bit of a closer look, I think she might have been a few years older. She was rather attractive, but it was a weird type of attractiveness. It was kind of like that sophisticated attractiveness, but at the same time, it was almost as if she was trying too hard on her outward appearance. Like, she was very pretty, but the stuff she did to make herself look quote-unquote prettier kind of took away from the appeal. Like, I think she would have been very attractive as she was, but I'm not her man, so not my place. But I just thought that was kind of interesting, because I always ask for female doctors, because, for one, I would rather talk to a female than a dude, especially about my issues. I talk to a dude about my issues, no matter what their profession is. I always feel like it's like a bro-on-bro moment where it's like, well, you know, suck it up. You talk to a chick, you have that stereotype of a little more compassion, which it is a stereotype, because unfortunately, chicks can be more cold on the inside than guys are. Guys portray coldness on the outside, for a stereotype, but girls portray the warmth on the outside and keep the cold on the inside, and that's far worse, in my opinion. So, but that makes no difference. I always choose to have female doctors and nurses because they're easier to talk to, and it's just, I'm a guy, you know. I'm a dude. If I get stuck in a room with an attractive nurse or attractive female doctor, that's like bonus points. Like, that's like a reason to actually go to the doctor. I get trapped in a room with a 40-year-old overweight man. It's like, okay, let's get this done. Let's get the heck out of here. I get trapped in a room with a 30, 40-year-old, fairly attractive, sophisticated woman that I can actually speak to. It's a good excuse to actually go to the doctor. So, yeah, I'm a dude. So, it is what it is. Alright, that's enough rambling. I'm about at the end of the trail. I need to get some more liquid in me because I am parched. I think I'm taking the highway back. It's far shorter, and I want to see what they did at this one place. They're doing a deconstruction, and I kind of want to be nosy and take a look. So, I will, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll let you know if I'm dying or not.